Welcome to this week's Torah portion. This week is the Torah portion of Vayechi, which means in Hebrew, and he lived, and is found in Genesis. Jacob lives the last 17 years of his life in Egypt. And before he passes, he calls in his son Joseph, who's the governor of Egypt, together with Joseph's two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And he blesses the two boys, and he elevates them to the same status as the 12 tribes, the other 11 sons of Jacob. And Jacob tells Joseph, please, I want you to swear to me that you'll bury me in the land of Israel. And Joseph says, of course, not a problem. Jacob then blesses all of his 12 children, the 12 tribes, each with a unique blessing. Some of them he even rebukes in his final words. The blessings he gives to one son, God, from you will come the soldiers. Dan, from you will come people who will sail on ships in the sea and do business. Shimon, from you will come teachers. From Judah will come kings and will come legislators. So each one had their own special, unique blessing. Naphtali will be, swift like a deer. Asher will dip his feet in oil. He'll be so wealthy. And he rebuked Simon and Levi for killing all the men of the land of Shechem. He rebuked his oldest son, Reuben, for switching his bed to Reuben's mother, away from Joseph's mother, Rachel. And these are the final days of Jacob. Right before he passes, Jacob wishes to reveal to his children the time of the end of the days of suffering, the time of the end of the final exile, when we will have an eternal temple in the mountain in Jerusalem to serve God with joy and happiness, with no evil in the world. But for whatever reason, God took away the divine prophecy from Jacob at that moment, and he was not able to reveal that special sacred time to his children. After Jacob passes away, there was a large royal funeral. This is the father of Joseph, the governor. The whole cavalry comes out with all the ministers and dignitaries of Egypt and all of Jacob's descendants, the family, and they march out and, they go to the land of Israel, just like Joseph promised his father. And they bury Jacob in the special, the cave of the doubles, Marat HaMachpelah, which is in Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac were buried. Until today, you can go visit this location in Hebron, and this is the place where Jacob was buried. Now, Joseph continued living in the land of Egypt. When he was at the ripe age of 110 years old, he passed away. But before he passed away, he told his children, just like my father, I too want to be buried in Israel. For whatever reason, maybe it's because I'm a governor or a holy figure in Egypt. They won't let that. They're going to want to embalm me. They're going to want to bury me in Egypt, in one of the pyramids maybe. So Joseph says, please take my bones with you when you leave the land of Egypt. So they put his body in a box in the bottom of the river. And when the Jews left many, many, many years later, they were able to miraculously find these bones and bring them with them to the land of Israel. And Joseph tells the Jewish people before he passes away, be strong and remember that no matter what you go through, God will fulfill his promise to take you up to the land of Israel, the land that he promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's the end of this week's Torah portion. So there's obviously many lessons we can learn from this week's Torah portion. One lesson that I connect with is that these strong last words of Joseph, to have the faith that God will fulfill his promise, even when it seems impossible, even when it seems so not understood, that faith kept the Jews strong throughout one of the most darkest periods of the history of the Jewish people. So we wake up in the morning, sometimes Our day is amazing. Sometimes things don't go our way. We have to remember and have the belief that if we do our part, if we serve God with joy, God will do his part to give us the blessings that we need to have a wonderful, prosperous, happy life. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the channel. Please like and subscribe if you didn't already, and share with a friend. Shalom.